Welcome back to my YouTube channel Numisvault Treasures. What if I told you that a single penny sitting in your kitchen drawer could buy you a luxury home, a new car, and the kind of freedom most people only dream of? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, it's true, because in 1984, the US Mint accidentally created a Lincoln cent so rare, it's now valued at over $365,000. And no, I'm not talking about some magical gold coin from a treasure chest. I'm talking about an ordinary-looking 1984 Lincoln penny that could be hiding in your pocket right now. Today, we'll uncover why this penny is worth a fortune, how to spot it, and what you can do right now before others beat you to it. But fair warning, by the end of this video, you'll probably be digging through every penny jar you own. And yes, even that old coffee tin your spouse swore they'd throw out 10 years ago might just be your ticket to early retirement. Let's rewind the clock to 1984, a year of big hair, bigger dreams, and one tiny mistake that changed coin history forever. The 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might look just like any other cent, coppery, worn, ordinary, but beneath its simple surface lies an error so subtle, most collectors would overlook it. It's called the double-ear Lincoln cent, a striking mistake in the die process where Abraham Lincoln's ear was stamped twice. This doubling creates a faint, ghost-like outline of a second ear visible just above the first. Now, here's the kicker, this tiny imperfection is what separates a 1-cent coin from one worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and as the years pass, fewer of these error coins remain in circulation. Every day, one more disappears into a private collection, or worse, is spent unknowingly at a gas station counter. Imagine that someone out there could have paid for a coffee with $365,000. Now, that's what I call an expensive caffeine fix. But what truly makes this penny legendary isn't just the error, it's the rarity, the condition, and the timing. When collectors talk about MS grades, short for mint state, the higher the grade, the higher the value. An uncirculated 1984 double-ear penny, graded MS 67 or higher, can sell for $365,000 or more at auction. But here's the truth most people don't realize, every day you wait, the odds of finding one drop lower. Collectors, dealers, and even AI-driven scanners are snatching them up faster than ever. So how do you know if you have the right one? Stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll show you exactly what to look for and how to turn that penny into pure profit. Alright, so let's talk about what separates a dreamer from a discoverer. If you want to find a 1984 no-mint mark double-ear penny worth thousands, here's what you do. Check the obverse side, look closely at the ear, you'll see a faint second outline or doubling just above the main ear. Look for no mint mark, that means it was minted in Philadelphia, and that's exactly what you want. Inspect with a magnifier, even a $10 loop from Amazon can reveal what the naked eye can't. Never clean the coin. It destroys collector value instantly. Leave it as is and let professionals grade it, because when that penny is verified and graded, your life could change in a heartbeat. Think about it. A simple coin that once bought a stick of gum could now buy you freedom, security, and the chance to rewrite your financial story. This isn't just about luck. It's about awareness, timing, and action. The people who find these treasures aren't always collectors, they're ordinary Americans who dared to look closer. So, before you scroll away to another cat video, go grab your penny jar. Your future might be hiding under that dusty couch cushion. And here's the real twist, there are other Lincoln cents out there worth even more than this one. Coins that look even more ordinary, yet sell for over $1 million. In our next video, we'll reveal one of those coins, a 2000s era Lincoln cent that shocked even veteran collectors. You won't believe how easy it is to miss. So don't wait. Check your change. Inspect your coins, because sometimes, the path to wealth begins with a single penny. You've been watching Coin Secrets, where fortune favors the curious. What if the penny lying forgotten in your drawer could change your life forever? Imagine waking up tomorrow, not to worry about bills, but to a bank account swelling with over $500,000, all because of a coin you once thought was worthless. This isn't fiction. This is the true story of the 1968 Lincoln penny, a tiny piece of copper that turned ordinary Americans into overnight millionaires. Wait, did I just say a penny made someone rich? Yes. And no, it's not made of gold. Though after this video, you might start checking your change like a prospector in 1849. Because one small mint mark, the tiny S, could be your ticket to a new life of wealth and freedom. Our story begins in San Francisco, 1968, a city alive with change, music, and revolution. Amid that chaos, the US Mint quietly struck millions of Lincoln pennies bearing a small letter beneath the date, an S. But here's the twist, not all 1968's pennies were created equal. Most were just ordinary coins, worth a single cent, but a few, a tiny handful, were struck with microscopic errors so rare, even veteran collectors missed them. These pennies carry doubled images on their design, known as a double die obverse. Under magnification, the letters Liberty and In God We Trust appear doubled, almost like a ghostly echo from the minting press. If your vision's blurry, don't rush for glasses yet, that double line might just be your early retirement speaking. One of these rare error coins was later discovered and sold $4,532,000 a penny, turned into a $500,000 fortune. But what made this coin so special? Why did collectors line up, wallets open, to pay more for 1 cent than most people earn in a year? To understand its value, you must understand 3 words: condition, rarity, and error. The 1968's doubled die penny checks all 3 boxes. In pristine mint state condition, the smallest doubling detail can skyrocket a coin's worth. Graded by the professional coin grading service as MS65 or higher, these pennies are nearly flawless as copper, gleaming like it was struck yesterday. And here's the kicker: only a few known examples exist. That's right, out of over 2 billion pennies minted in San Francisco that year, only a handful with the double die error are confirmed. So, your odds were worse than winning the lottery, but hey, at least you didn't have to buy a ticket. That's the beauty of coin collecting. Opportunity hides in plain sight. Ordinary people, sometimes retirees, sometimes young dreamers, stumble upon these treasures by chance in an old jar, a family box, or pocket change from decades ago. Today, the coin market is on fire. Demand for rare U.S. pennies has surged, and every year fewer of these coins are found. Collectors are paying record-breaking prices, and the 1968's? It remains one of the most desirable modern Lincoln cents ever struck. So, how can you tell if the penny in your hands could be worth hundreds of thousands? Here's what to look for. The S mint mark, small, clean, and just beneath the date 1968. The doubling visible on the words In God We Trust, Liberty, and sometimes the date itself. The color original red copper sheen can mean the coin hasn't been circulated. Handle it carefully. Do not clean it. Cleaning a coin can destroy up to 90% of its collector value. Instead, place it in a soft holder, photograph it, and get it professionally graded. And please, don't test it with your teeth. It's not a gold nugget, though it might pay like one. Because this is more than a penny. It's a symbol, proof that wealth can come from the most unexpected places. Your future fortune could be sitting in the palm of your hand. Right now, someone out there is discovering another 1968's doubled die penny. Will the next one be yours? Search your jars. Open your drawer. Every day, millions of people walk past small fortunes, sitting quietly inside their pocket change. But what if one of those ordinary-looking pennies could be worth over $432,000 today? Yes. A single 1973 Lincoln penny, the kind you might have tossed into a jar or left under your car seat, has shocked collectors around the world and turned one ordinary American into a millionaire overnight. But before you check your change jar, let's uncover why this penny is so rare, how it escaped detection for decades, and what secrets it holds that could make your coins worth a small fortune. And don't worry, you don't need a microscope, a magnifying glass, or a PhD in numismatics. Just a few sharp eyes, and maybe a bit of luck. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and why your next discovery could change your life forever. To understand the mystery of the 1973 penny, we have to go back deep into the heart of Denver, Colorado. 1973. In the early 70s, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents each year. Copper was still king. But something unusual happened at the Denver Mint, something that would leave collectors scratching their heads for decades. Among the billions of standard Lincoln pennies, a small batch left the mint with microscopic imperfections, striking errors, and experimental planchets, the blank metal discs used before minting. Most were melted down or never seen again, but a few escaped into circulation. And one of those survivors, decades later, would be valued at over $432,000. Imagine that. You spend a penny in 1973, and 40 years later, someone else sells it for the price of a luxury home. Talk about bad investment timing. So what makes this penny so valuable? First, the mint mark. That small D beneath the year stands for Denver. Now, not all 1973 pennies are valuable, but certain die errors, especially the double die obverse, where Lincoln's face or lettering appears slightly doubled, can turn a 1-cent coin into a 6-figure masterpiece. Collectors also look for off-center strikes, planchet errors, and high-grade uncirculated conditions, pennies that never touched human hands. Think about it, the idea that a coin you've had since childhood, resting quietly in a drawer, could hold the same value as a luxury car or even a down payment on your dream home. And yet, so many people still ignore their old coins, thinking they're just copper clutter. But here's where it gets even more fascinating, there's a twist to this story that could make your pennies even more valuable than you think. Because one simple mistake made by the US Mint in 1973 has created a coin that almost no one knows exists. And the scariest part? Most people have already spent it. You see, during the minting process, some 1973 D pennies were accidentally struck on bronze planchets meant for earlier years instead of the usual copper zinc blend used later. That means these coins were composition errors, carrying the DNA of two different eras. When one of these bronze 1973 D specimens surfaced at auction, experts couldn't believe their eyes. Perfect strike, deep color, no scratches, and exceptional luster. It sold for a staggering $432,000, setting a record that still echoes through coin collecting history. But here's what no one tells you, for every one coin discovered, there could be 10 more sitting undetected in collections, coin jars, or old shoeboxes. And right now, as the value of rare coins continues to climb, timing is everything. Each year, collectors are paying more for coins once considered worthless. So yes, maybe your retirement plan isn't in your 401k, it's hiding under your couch cushions. The truth is, the 1973 D penny isn't just a coin. It's a reminder that hidden wealth is often right in front of us. It teaches us patience, awareness, and a willingness to see value where others see none. So before you rush to spend that penny in your hand, take a moment. Look closer. Because your next cent could be worth a small fortune. Now that you know the secret of the 1973 D penny, it's time to act. Don't wait. Imagine this. You're standing in line at your local coffee shop. You pull out a few coins to pay, and one of them, a simple, brown, worn-out 1987 Lincoln penny, slips from your hand and rolls across the counter. The barista laughs. You shrug, but what if I told you that very penny could have been worth $643,000? Yes, a coin you've probably spent hundreds of times without a second thought could secretly hold the key to a wealthy lifestyle, the kind that changes not just your wallet, but your life. Before you say, come on, it's just a penny, let me tell you, collectors across the US are paying small fortunes for rare Lincoln cents. And one 1987 no-mint mark penny has recently stunned the numismatic world with its market value skyrocketing beyond $600,000. And no, it doesn't come with a golden wrapper or a ticket to Willy Wonka's factory, though the payoff might be just as sweet. The 1987 penny might seem ordinary, minted in the billions, copper-coated zinc, bearing Lincoln's timeless profile. But in the world of coins, tiny mistakes can mean massive fortunes. This specific penny, without a mint mark, hides a story of rarity, precision, and fate. But what exactly makes it worth over $500,000? Hold on, we'll get to that soon, because first, we need to understand how a simple penny crossed from pocket change to a millionaire's treasure. Back in 1987, billions of Lincoln pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, most bearing no mint mark at all. But among them, a select few were struck with microscopic die errors, slight planchet anomalies, or impossible minting conditions that transformed them into hidden gems. One such coin was recently discovered by a collector, sitting unnoticed in a jar for over 30 years. When it was finally appraised, experts found unusual doubling in Lincoln's profile, an off-center strike, and a unique die crack that ran through the word liberty. The result, a bidding war erupted, and this once-forgotten penny sold for a jaw-dropping $643,000. Not bad for something most of us drop between couch cushions, right? But here's where things get fascinating. The true value of this coin isn't just about error or rarity, it's about timing and awareness. Right now, as more Americans rush to sell their old coins, the demand for rare, authentic 1980s-era pennies has exploded, and with every passing year, fewer pristine examples remain in circulation. That means, if you own a 1987 penny in exceptional condition, or one with a minting error, you might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. So, how can you tell if your penny is the one that could make you rich? Stay with me, because this next part could turn your pocket change into your financial breakthrough. First, check for no mint mark, meaning there's no tiny D or S under the date. That confirms it was struck in Philadelphia. Next, under a magnifying glass, look for doubling on the date or lettering, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. If you spot faint cracks, raised lines, or off-center details, don't panic. That could actually increase the coin's value, and here's a crucial detail: condition matters. Coins graded MS65 or higher can fetch tens of thousands alone. Combine that with an error? You're looking at life-changing money. So maybe don't hand it to the cashier next time you buy your morning coffee. Stories like this remind us that wealth isn't always found in banks or stocks. Sometimes it's hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to see it. The 1987 penny teaches us something profound: that ordinary things, when looked at closely, can carry extraordinary value. And maybe that's a lesson for life itself, because somewhere in your home, a forgotten jar of change, a dusty drawer, or an old box from your childhood might contain a coin that could redefine your financial future. Collectors are searching right now for coins like this. Prices are climbing. Opportunities like this don't last forever. So after this video, check your pennies. Research. Get them appraised. You never know which one might be your $1,000,000 miracle. And hey, if you do find it, maybe remember me when you're buying that beach house in Florida, okay? Because in the world of rare coins, even the smallest cent can lead to the wealthiest life.